Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I think might be getting removed next season and might be getting added. So first of all, I don't know why there are a bunch of crows landing on here. It might just be because I'm in Battle Lab and it's got like a common spawn of all these crows, but it's yeah, it's pretty weird. So, first thing I want to mention is that the Foundation statue. This is a very nice monument. I thought it was really cool to have like a big statue in a large part of the map. I thought it was a really cool addition to the map. But in my opinion, I think this is going to get removed in one way or another next season. We have no information of an event coming out, so I think it's going to be a scenario where we get either an event at the start of the season when the season's released, or we just don't get an event at all just because it's so early in the season. I think the same happened when it was Chapter 2 Season 1, the transition to Chapter 2 Season 2, there wasn't an event, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that happened. But I think this is gonna go away, man. I think this is gonna go mainly because maybe like the IO drillings will like take it down, or maybe it will get destroyed in a possible event that might go on, like, I don't know, maybe Monster Returns. Get out of here. Maybe Monster Returns and who knows, I don't know, but this is definitely an option of that of one of the things that I think might get destroyed. Can these crows back off, man? Hey, come here. I'm about to crank on you. Shoo. And also an extra thing to add, underneath the statue of the Foundation, there is this bit. Now, I might be mistaken, but these look a lot like doors. They can't open, they don't open, and they're indestructible. Now, this is something that we've really got to mention. This is something that I actually noticed very early in the season, that this was added. I'm quite confused what it's supposed to mean, though. Does this lead to a secret underground bunker that we might be using soon? I'm not quite sure, but we need to keep this place in mind. Of these large blast doors. There's also some on the other side as well. If I run over to it, yes, there's another door on the other side. So 2 blast doors on both sides. I'm not quite sure what this means yet, but it might come very important in the future. Okay, the next POI I'm going to cover is the Daily Bugle. I think this place is definitely going to be removed next season. This is mainly because the Daily Bugle, in my opinion, has just been added, kind of just as an excitement of Spider-Man being added to the game. Not gonna lie, cool POI, very helpful for rotation, as there's lots of Spider-Man web shooters around the area. I really did like this POI. Probably one of my favourite collaboration POIs that have been in Fortnite, but I definitely think this is going to be removed next season because this has kind of been a bit like an Arkham City POI. It's been in the game for a while, and then the next stage Epic moves to, they are most likely going to take out this POI, but all around, in my opinion, I'd give this POI an 8 out of 10. Really good POI to land at, good to get some early Spider-Man mythics, and just pretty good loot spawn, to be honest. So yeah, Daily Bugle, I think it will be removed next season. Okay, the next spot I'm going to cover is Sleepy Sounds. This place is quite a small POI, and I haven't really landed here much. In my opinion, I think this is going to be in next season, mainly because Epic keep little POIs that aren't so popular in the game for quite a while, but they normally do the major changes to the big POIs that we pay attention to. But I definitely think Sleepy Sound will be staying in Fortnite for the next season. Okay, next POI is Shifty Shafts. Once again, I think this POI is going to be carried over to next season, mainly because, once again, it's an OG location. People think it's popular. People still want to be landing there, so I think this location is going to be staying. Not much just changed with it, and once again, it's just an all-around good location. OG POIs, everybody loves it, everyone's happy, so I think Epic's going to keep this in for the next season. Okay, next POI I'm going to cover is Tilted Towers. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I am 99.9% sure that Epic are going to keep Tilted in for the next season. Unless they're on a wind-up, I don't think they're going to remove this POI. Because Tilted is such a popular POI, it's not been in the game for that long, and I think just people love it so much, and it's just an amazing, cherished OG location that nobody wants it gone. So I think Epic Games are definitely going to keep this POI in next season, whether they make some tweaks to it, a bit like Neo Tilted and stuff, but I definitely think Tilted's going to be staying off for the long trip. So yeah, I think Tilted's going to stay much longer than any of the other POIs. I feel like it's gonna be a bit like Salty Springs, which was there for a long time until it was taken out in chapter. Until it was taken out in Chapter 2, Season 5. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Chapter 2, Season 5, because then it was changed from Salty Springs to Salty Towers. But yeah, I think this POI is definitely staying for the long road, so yeah, this is a definite. Okay, next comes Camp Cuddle. I think this is one of the locations that will get changed next season. This is mainly because I think this spot is just completely just very underrated, and I just think most people just don't really like the location. Personally, I don't like the location. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that it's one of the POIs that I've hardly visited this season. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the location, so I think Epic are going to change the location, as it's not really favorited as much. But yeah, I think Epic might change this location, but that's just my opinion. Okay, next comes Greasy Grove. Now, everybody knows that Epic have quite a fetish for doing some weird stuff to Greasy Grove, but just in Greasy Grove in general, I think it's going to be staying for next season, although I think that Epic might do something interesting to spice things up a bit with Greasy Grove. I definitely think Greasy Grove is going to be staying, but I reckon that Epic Games might do some tweaking to the POI and make it a little more interesting. But yeah, this place I think is definitely going to be staying. Alright, Rocky Reels. I think this is once again going to be a POI which stays but is going to be changed. I personally aren't a big fan of Rocky Reels. I haven't really landed here much. I have sometimes, but not really much. It's not really been one of my prime locations out of all my Fortnite experience, but it's an alright location. I don't mind it, but I think it might stay next season, but it's probably going to get changed in some way. Okay, so next spot is Chonkers Speedway. I personally love this location. I think it's just a really cool location, and I think this one is going to be staying for next season, and I don't really think Epic are going to really be changing this location that much. This place doesn't really bring that much lore to the table, but it's definitely a great POI to land at. Lots of loot spawns, and just an easy rotation early in the game. So yeah, really cool. Some start off Lambos with chonker wheels and some loot. It's just a brilliant way and a brilliant POI to start a game at, and I really like this location. So yeah, I think this place is definitely going to be staying next season. The next POI I want to cover is Condo Canyon. I really like this location. It's a really unique place that Epic have created. Definitely one of the bigger POIs that we've seen this season. Definitely one of the bigger new POIs, and I think this one is definitely going to be staying next season because it's a good POI, and I just think that it's too good of a POI for them to take it out. So yeah, I think this place is staying next season. And next comes the Joneses. Now, the reason why I wanted to cover this place mainly, was because I think this place is going to get destroyed. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but a few, literally seconds ago, I might add it in, but a few seconds ago, there was rumbling from underground coming from over here. Now that, and there's also damaged things, these are all damaged. Now that normally means that that's the IO drilling, and normally when there's IO drilling, there's destruction as shown from this place over here, and this place down over here. So I think that next season, this place is going to be destroyed before we even know it. See, it's happening again. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? It's happening right there. Things are getting destroyed, things are getting damaged, and you can see some of the smoke as well, which is coming out. So yeah, this place I think is definitely gonna get destroyed by the IO drilling sites next season. But wow, it's really cool to see it live. And the next POI I want to talk about is Coney Crossroads. I apologise, I think there was a tornado here, that's why most of the buildings are gone. But as it being one of the centre POIs, I think this isn't going to be taken out. I think it's either going to be replaced or changed. But all around, this is a pretty cool location. It's one of the smaller POIs, a bit like Salty Springs or Holly Hedges, but yeah, definitely a smaller POI, but a cool spot to land at, and yeah, I think this is possibly going to be in next season, or it's going to be changed. Okay, next location that I want to cover, is second to last location, is Logjam Lumberyard. I think this place will be staying next season, or once again, it's just a great place to land. Easy max wood, without a doubt, it's just a good place to land at. Large buildings, lots of loot spawns, it's a good location. I think this place could potentially be changed slightly, but I don't really see anything really being made out of it, so I think this place is going to be staying next season. And finally, that leaves Covert Cavern. Now, I have 100% left Covert Cavern last for a specific reason. That's weird, someone's on a zipline. But yeah, I have left this till last because I feel like this is the POI that needs the most kind of theorizing about and the most explanation. So Covert Canyon, just to cut it short, it's just a giant cave, and IO have moved into it, have started drilling it drilling it out, and this is kind of the safe place for them, where they keep all their drilling equipment, and they still are drilling out the area. Now, I think this POI is definitely going to be changed next season, mainly because this is one of the POIs which are really vital to the Fortnite storyline and the Fortnite lore, so I think this place is definitely going to be staying. Almost 99.9%, I think this place is going to be staying next season. So yeah, I think this place is definitely going to be staying. I think there's going to be some quite big changes though, because there are still some like blockages, and you can still hear drilling from this area. So I think they're going to be expanding their base. So not only is it going to be just the mountain, but I think they might. I think there's potential that they'll be like pushing it out much more, like maybe making big barriers around, maybe like making a big barrier wall around here, putting lots more buildings around the outside. So yeah, that's most likely gonna happen. I would rate Covert Cavern probably a 9.5 out of 10. I really like this POI. Oh god, I'm gonna get out before he shoots at my spiderweb. But yeah, I'm gonna say this is a 9.5 out of 10. I really like this POI, probably my favourite one they've added. It's just a really cool spot to add, because there's like, of course, back to IO chests, and it kind of brings me back to Chapter 2 Season 2 vibes. Chapter 2 Season 2 was probably one of my favourite seasons in Chapter 2, because like all that secret agent stuff and having to sneak around, it really changed the gameplay, and I just think that this POI just really kind of sells that, and I just really... Okay, next I'm going to talk about the topic of weapons. So, first of all, on the shotguns category, I think the heavy shotgun and the striker pump are going to be still staying in the game, because the heavy shotgun hasn't been in the game for all that long, and the striker pump is just... it's just basically a replacement for the pump, and the pump was in the game for a long time, so I think this is going to be staying. And the heavy shotgun, I just feel like it hasn't been in the game long enough to be vaulted once again, so I think those are going to be staying. And I think that the auto shotgun is going to be getting removed. Now, this is only because I think that the auto shotgun is very disliked, and not many people really like the auto. I personally hate the auto. It's one of those weapons where when you like pull it out, reload it, shoot it, it just kind of annoys you, because it's kind of like a bad weapon. Like when you shoot the striker pump and reload it and like pull it out, it's really satisfying, but with the auto it's just a bit clanky and it annoys me. So I really do hope that Fortnite do remove the auto shotgun next season, and I think there's actually quite high potential that it will be getting removed and possibly replaced. Comes the topic of SMGs. I think the machine pistol is going to be taken out next season. Now, this is just all my opinion, but I actually doubt it's going to be removed next season, but this is why I think it's going to get removed, because I know the machine pistol is an OG weapon, and it's only been in the game for not that long, but in all honesty, it's way too overrated. I mean, everybody had throughout the time that Fortnite's been out, everybody's been talking about the secret SMG, the machine pistol that's only been brought into the game for an hour and it was removed. It's had all this build up to it, but then when it comes to using it, let's use it on this guy for example. It doesn't do that much damage, and it's just not that very good. It's just not very good. It doesn't do all that much damage, only 15 from that range. And yes, it's fast firing, but it's got high bloom when you're not when you're not ADSing, lots of bloom when you're not ADSing, and it's really hard to shoot people from a far distance. whereas the Stinger SMG is very ranged, it's very useful and does lots of damage, so I think the Stinger's staying and the machine pistols are getting out. But that's just basically, I just want the machine pistol out, but it might not be taken out next. And next comes the ARs. I want to talk about that MK7. Now, I have a scared feeling that the MK7 is going to be removed next season. This is mainly because that the MK7 is a very, very good weapon, so much so that it's probably one of the best ARs ever added to Fortnite. But I am kind of worried that this weapon is going to be removed. Now, this is mainly because it's just such a good weapon that it's just slightly too overpowered. But I think what's gonna happen is that the MK7 is either going to be removed or it's going to be extremely nerfed. I mean, we know it's been nerfed, but I think it's going to be very, very nerfed. Like, slower fire rate, less damage, longer reload time. But I think it's just a great weapon, but I have a scared feeling that it's going to be removed. And then comes sniper rifles. Here is the Hunter Bolt action rifle. I have not been too impressed with this new sniper. I don't think it's been one of the greatest snipers, but also it hasn't been that bad of a sniper. It doesn't do much damage. It's kind of quirky. Like, when I like shoot, it does like shoot on time, but like it's a bit quirky with the shooting. So I think this weapon is either going to be kept in as a generic sniper but a new one be added in, or it's just going to be completely replaced. But I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I think that concludes today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up. I'm finishing the video here mainly because I don't think anything else is going to change. Like cars, I don't think are going to be removed. Boats are going to be, I don't think are going to be removed. There's only one request I'd like from Fortnite. I know Fortnite is probably not going to see this video, and they probably never will see this video, but a main request is for vehicles, I want a motorcycle. I want a motorcycle. I've always wanted a motorcycle vehicle because it would just be so cool. Just being able to drive on your motorcycle and then the person on the back of it just being able to spray people while you do a wheelie driving past. It's just a motorcycle would just be so cool in game. But that's pretty much my only request. Everything else I don't think is going to change it, except for Spider-Man mythics being removed and probably some of the other mythics being removed and replaced with cool new ones. But let's just go ahead and have a moment of silence for the Spider-Man mythics, because this has probably been one of my favourite mythics added to the game, and let's just allow it to leave. Farewell, Spider Mythics. I guess it's out with the old and in with the new, but I'm pretty sure Spider Mythics are going to be removed next season. But apart from that, I just want to say goodbye to any of the POIs that might be leaving. Goodbye Logjam, goodbye Sleepy, goodbye Shifty, goodbye Covert, goodbye Camp, Cuddle, goodbye Greasy Grove, goodbye Tilted, probably never goodbye, but still. Bye Rocky Reels, goodbye Chonkers Speedway, farewell Condo Canyon, good day to you, the Joneses, goodbye Sanctuary, and see you later, Daily Bugle, and bye Sleepy Sounds, bye Shifty Shafts, and goodbye Coney Crossroads. That's just in case any of them do get removed. Now, I just want to quickly say before this video ends, these were all my opinions, and these were all my theories of what might be being added and what might be being removed. So don't take my word for it, because it might not happen, but these are just my theories and opinions, and this is kind of just my logic adding together, seeing if I'll be right or wrong. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I cannot wait for next season. Goodbye, guys.